Hey, this is Aatmn Parmar, your host for Awesome Life with Awesome Vibes. Welcome to another episode where we explore ways to create a life filled with positivity, growth, and flow. I'm creating this podcast because an increasing number of people are consulting me about feeling stuck in life. They feel they're stuck with the same salary for years, or same house, same marriage, and same routine. There's nothing new, nothing exciting. If you're feeling that, you're not alone. There are several people who are in the same rut. There can be several reasons you can blame it on. Stuck because of responsibilities, stuck because of circumstances, stuck because of planetary position, stuck because of curses, past lives, ancestral stories, stuck because of voodoo and black magic done by others. These are the external stories which occasionally feel very convincing. However, what about the stories within? Now let us enumerate the internal reasons. Reluctance to change, that's number one. The subconscious mind is attached to the familiar and hates anything that is unknown. For example, a slum dweller often goes back to the slum and settles there, even if there are gifted, luxurious flats available to them. Second is fear of unknown. Most people need to know what is lined up for them. If they simply go with the flow, it doesn't work for them. They need to know the future plan in detail so that they do not suffer later. But what about suffering in the now due to stagnation? Third, fear of losing grip and control. You often feel a sense of control over the known circumstances. What if you feel loss of grip over life? Hence, it is better to remain anchored rather than letting go of this hold over the life and just going with the flow. Fourth is fear of being alone. What if others choose not to accompany you? Life could be lonely. Are you willing to risk that? What if better relationships and soul buddies are waiting for you? Fifth is fear of regret and guilt in the future. What if you regret leaving behind the known and the familiar? What we don't realize is you could also regret not moving on and moving forward when it was the time to do so. Sixth is possibility of no return. What if you cannot return to your position once again? What if things change and you no longer find your position back later? Well, all these are the possibilities. What are the concerns behind your reluctance to move and flow? It is quite easy to say go with the flow. However, most people are attached to the known and familiar and would not like to risk that and trade it for something unknown. However, when they do, it gets quite easy and safe for them. Not only safe, but extremely helpful for their overall growth in life. So, what are the steps to follow? Follow your inspiration. Most people wait for the universe to push them out of their cozy nest before they move. However, you can move with inspiration and inner knowing that the time is right for you to fly and explore the world around. Second is courage. Know that you're enough, you're safe, and you're taken care of always. Know that you have a courage to face any unknown and any possibilities. Third is detachment and awareness. The only constant is the process of change. Things are going to change and will change. Accept the change with grace and with awareness. Fourth is openness to various experiences. People, places, and possibilities cannot be your problem. Your reaction to them, your reluctance to accept them, can be your problem. Your present scenario was known to you in the past. However, you managed to settle well with that. The time will come when you will accept and embrace it all. If you're open to accept and embrace life with all offered experiences, it will be easy for you to go with the flow. So, what are you going to do now? Some people just jump and leave it to their destiny with total unpredictability. Some people like to go gradually, do one unusual thing at a time. Meet an unknown person, go to a party where you know no one, travel without prior planning, eat something you've never eaten before, try a different set of clothes, choose an unusual hobby, and you will start enjoying getting out of your comfort zone and preparing yourself to eventually go with the flow. Finally, take a risk, because even if the worst consequences happen, your response to them will make or break your life. Maybe you will learn and engage as a winner, or maybe you will feel like a loser. Trust your ability to respond constructively to various challenges and let the magic of outer shift with inner transformation unfold. You deserve an awesome life. Begin with awesome vibes. Here are some radical statements to enhance your vibes so that you attract an awesome life. These statements contain catalyst keywords. To learn more about living an awesome life, you may choose to take up radical courses and learn to design your own statements to deprogram and reprogram your own subconscious mind as per your choice. Meanwhile, just recite with me or after me. I purify my attachment to the known and familiar. I purify my attachment to the known and familiar. I purify my attachment to the known and familiar. I purify my fear of going with the flow. I purify my fear of going with the flow. I purify my fear of going with the flow. I purify my fears and concerns. I purify my fears and concerns. I purify my fears and concerns. I purify my grip over the known and familiar. I purify my grip over the known and familiar. I purify my grip over the known and familiar. I purify my need to control. I purify my need to control. I purify my need to control. I purify my insecurity. I purify my insecurity. I purify my insecurity. I purify my need for inner assurance. I purify my need for inner assurance. I purify my need for inner assurance. I purify my need for change. I purify my need for change. I purify my need for change. I purify my fear of the change process. I purify my fear of the change process. I purify my fear of the change process. I awaken aware detachment. I awaken aware detachment. I awaken aware detachment. I synchronize with the flow of life. I synchronize with the flow of life. I synchronize with the flow of life. Remember, you deserve an awesome life. Begin by spreading the awesome vibes. Keep reciting and stay tuned. In the next episode, we will discuss how to flow within a structure. So stay tuned.